In this video, we will check that what are the components in React. I selected a wireframe here. This is a wireframe of a web application actually. So in the website, you create a login input form with a input. So this is a component. This is a component. This and this login button. It's all the components. For example, in the second page, we have a dashboard. This is a component and all the images, for example, these are components, and this goal and all this is a component. A component is a like we can say that it's a part in the wireframe. Okay, you guys can check that in this. These are like the components. Okay, different components. So that's like a simple component. Simple component means that anything on the screen is a component. In the React, everything is a component. So this is a perfect wireframe to get you guys understand. With this, I am using zapier.com, which is a best wireframe tools website. So for example, we have a app built with the React, okay, web application or simple mobile React native built mobile application. So this is a, like we can say, this logo, it's this logo is a component. This book having title, this is a component. This button is a component. So after pressing this page will open. So here we have like 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 components. After hitting this, we have different more components, like this image is a component, this whole is a component, and this all part, like for example, well, this is a component, this thing, okay, this is a component, this title is component, description is component, image is also component. These all are components. For example, if the user hits this button, it would like after pressing this, it will stay here, but after pressing this whitelist, it will go here and here, and this is the more components on the next page. When the user press back, it would get to this page. If the user hits my library, it would get back to this. So this is how the components in the React work. So in the code, we can say that a component is simply a function. For example, we have a simple hello world function, and which is returning a component which is like header. Okay, so the first rule is must return a component. The h1 is a component. It should not return a string. For example, if I return a string here, okay, will like this, it will not work and it will give error to us. For example, if I render it on the desktop by like starting with npm start and hitting the enter, it will start my React script and will start my web application. Okay, so you guys will check that it's not like it's giving me a header, just like string, okay, but it is not acting as a header. If I inspect it, it will not act as a header. Okay, this is a simple div root and giving me some output. Okay, but if I want it to be as a component, so I must have to keep it within a header, so that after execution it must return us to a component. So this is a component, we can say that it is a component. Okay, that's how the component works. Okay, so the second rule is that the component must start with the uppercase. For example, you guys are checking this h is bigger. If I make it smaller and this hello world also smaller, it would give me some errors in the code. For example, you guys can check it's not rendering, actually not giving me output. So I had to make it capital. Okay, simple h. What's wrong with me? Okay, h and simple h. Okay, so after rendering, if I render this, it would give me a component. So components are simply the functions in React.